All right, so I promised to do a quick introduction video on how to complete Chapter 5 or Module 5, Assignment 1. All right, so under Assignments, Module 5, there's an Assignment 1. It's just kind of like exercise 1, but not as detailed. But I want to get you more practice on doing estimates, looking at the charts, doing locations, those type of things to get you prepared for the final exam. So you can download the document. And it says, first prepare square foot estimate for the following 3 projects. One's going to be a 6-story apartment with 7,800 square feet, brick veneer steel frame. Pretty simple. I'll tell you where to go. Second would be an average home, so we'd have to look at it. 2,200 square feet, brick veneer, wood frame, and then the 3-story, and then adding 2 full baths. So 2 full baths would include one, and I'll show you how to read it, where we're actually going to just need to add 1, and I'll explain. And then a police station with 18,700 square feet, face brick with concrete block backup, bearing walls with the following additions: 1 40-foot high flagpole, 4 elevators, 10 emergency light and 25 watts, 40 smoke detectors. And then you can go ahead and change it. So just to keep us all on the same track, the book, estimated book, RS Memes was in 2016. To keep it from a couple of years ago, we're going to do 2016 to 2021, January 2021. So that would be 5 years at 5.1%. And then for the last 3/4 of the year, you'll do an extra 3.825. So if you do 5.1 times 6, that would be your 30.6% plus 3.825. So roughly you're going to be at 34.425% for inflation. So I'm just going to kind of and then for the last year, I did 5.1 divided by I did 5.1 divided by 4, which gave me roughly 2, and then multiplied it by 3, which would be every 3 months. So that's 9 months, which gave me 3.825. So I'm telling you what to use. So you would just add 30.6 plus all right, when we're getting your base cost, let's say this is your base cost. you can just multiply it. Remember how we did the easy way? Divide that by 100, which gives me 0.34425. Bring that down, add the 1 in front of it, and that will give you the adjusted cost for, I think, September/October 2021. So that's the easy way to do it. I would go ahead, and once you get your base costs, each one for the 3 projects, we're going to go to 2021. So we're going to do a 1.34425 for the cost to bring it to 2021. So January job taker. I went ahead and did the location factors for you. I put it in the assignment so you don't have to look for it. So for residential, so for that house, we're going to use the residential. So we want to do, you want to adjust for location, which would be Jacksonville, Florida, Miami, Oklahoma, and that is a city, and Detroit, Michigan. So for Miami, Florida, the residential is 0.83, and for commercial would be 0.85. So so no designer fee at all. So we're just going to get a base cost. We interpolate so that we're not going to have to do a size factor. Then we're going to do time and then location. And you can do location and time, it doesn't matter. I was just going to do my time first and then do location. So the first one's the 7,800 square foot brick veneer steel frame. So if you'll download the PowerPoint that goes with it, and I'm just giving you a really good introduction, but I'm kind of wanting you guys to do it on your own, so when you see it on the final exam that you know exactly where to go. You will not have to look these charts up. They will be right in the middle. So if we had the exam, it would be really clear. You'd see it clearer than this. And this top chart would be what you would see. All right, so it's an apartment, 4 to 7 stories. Ours is going to be 6. 7,800 square feet, brick veneer steel frame. I'm going to go in where I can see a little bit better. We're at 7,800. So brick veneer, steel frame. I'm going to come over to, it's in between 70,000 and 80,000. So for 70,000, it cost $156.35, and for 80,000 square foot, it's $153.65. So you're going to set that up so that you can interpolate between. So from 78,000 to 70,000, that's 8,000. And the difference between 70,000 and 80,000 is 10,000. And the difference between 156.35 and 153 should be 2.7, and we're looking for X. You can either cross multiply, or you can take 8,000 divided by 10 and multiply 2.7 to solve for X. When you get X, it's got to come back over here and be subtracted from the 156.35. Once you get that cost per square foot, then you'll multiply that by 78,000 to get your base cost. Once you get your base cost, I would go ahead and adjust for time. So you got your base cost, multiply it by your time, which would be 1.34425 to get the cost for the brick veneer apartment in October 2021. So that would put us 2021. Then you would need to do the 3 location factors. They're commercial, so for Jacksonville, when you get your cost per time, multiply it by 0.85. For Miami, Oklahoma is 0.85, so you're looking out. And then for Detroit, it would be 1.03. So that's your first one pretty quickly. Second one would be average home, 2,200 square feet. Brick veneer wood frame, 3-story with the following additives. So I'm only going to ask for 3 additives for it. So, next one. Average 3-story. Look right here, and it says single family. It just includes 1 full bath, so we just need to add 1 because we want 2 full baths. And so we're going to have to interpolate again. I don't want to do all this. I want to kind of tell you where to look. It is brick veneer, wood frame. We're at 2,200. We have a 2,100, which is $717.05. And then we have a 2,500 square foot, which is 112.40. So you're going to set that up and interpolate to figure out what your base cost would be for 2,200 square feet. When you get that in, and you get your base cost, it's going to fall in between here. For the additives, for the actual clay tile roof, these are additives cost per square foot. So what you would want to do is when you get your base cost, you want to add in $2.25 to your base cost to do a clay tile roof. And then to do the central heat and air in separate ducts, you're going to add in $5.51 to your base cost. So once you get all those base costs, you want to add $5.51, your $2.25, and what you interpolated to get your base cost. Then you can multiply that by your square footage. So that's not going to be too bad. And then to add the 1 bath in, 1 full bath, you will add after you get your base cost plus your additives times 2,200. You can just add $7,405 to add 1 more bathroom. The reason we do it like that is because this is the total cost just to add a bathroom. So you should be roughly around, and I'm just going to give a ballpark to see if you're close, you're going to be roughly around $280,000, give or take 1,000. All right, then same time, which would be what we figured out. Same time as for multiplying by 1.34425 to get the what it would cost in October of October of 2021. And then you're gonna do for residential, you're gonna do residential for Jacksonville. So residential for Jacksonville, 0.83, residential for Miami, Oklahoma, 0.85, and Detroit, Michigan being 1.05. Last one, so that would be all you would need for that one. For the last one, it's a police station, 18,700 face brick with concrete block backup brick, bearing walls with the following additions. So here is your chart. We are going to be at 18,700. So if I'm looking in here, I'm coming down to face brick with concrete block backup bearing walls, which is this column, for 17,000. I'm reading $207.15. And then for 19,000, I'm reading $203.70. So you want to set that one up to interpolate it and figure out what the cost would be at 18,700. So you'd want to interpolate. Once you interpolate, and you get your price per square foot, you'll multiply that, and you'll multiply that by your 18,700. And then it's going to ask you to add in a couple of additives. So 140-foot aluminum flagpole, we're going to need 4 elevators, we're going to need 10 emergency lighting, and 40 smoke detectors. So I'll look in here for the flagpole. 40-foot high aluminum, it would cost $4,425. You'd want to add that to your base. You're going to add that to your base cost. 4 elevators are going to roughly be 70,000. Capacity 2,500. So 70,400. That's for one. Multiply it by 4. So you're going to roughly add $281,600 to that. 10 emergency lighting, 25-watt battery operated LED battery. Emergency lighting right here, roughly $345 per emergency lighting times 10 would be $3,450. And then the 40 smoke detector ceiling types, smoke detectors, ceiling type. It's kind of hard to read, but that's going to be $227 per smoke detector. So you multiply that by 40. So you're going to get $9,080. So you would do your base cost plus these 4 additions. So you're going to get roughly, and I'm just going to give you a ballpark figure so you kind of know if you're in it, it's going to be more like $4 million, over $4 million. Then you've got to adjust for time, same time, 5.1%. Same time. And then location. So if we can get you practicing these and do these as some more practice, you'll have what you need to complete the release. There's like 5 problems on the exam, but they're all really small ones. I just want you to get used to interpolating, doing location, and doing a time. All right, so I'm gonna upload this to YouTube and put this in Blackboard right beneath the assignment to help in the future. But for right now, we're gonna still stick, even though it's October 23, we're gonna order 24, or whenever you're doing the assignment, at least we're kind of using the same numbers so that I can compare and see maybe if you missed something where you went wrong, or just keep us on the same page as for easier for me to grade and see what's going on. All right, any questions, you can reach out to me.